This has got 16 gigs of VRAM, and this one only has 12. So which one's actually better? One of the annoyances of a lot of gamers when Nvidia announced their new 50 series cards was that the 5070 only had 12 gigs of VRAM. So does the 16 gigs of VRAM on the new 5060 Ti actually stand out in gaming? I tested 2 games at 1440p at the highest possible settings with no ray tracing, no DLSS, and no frame gen, just because I want to get an idea of the raw power of the cards. And I only tested 2 games because that's all the time I had before my daughter threw a teething tantrum. First up, Cyberpunk 2077. The 5060 Ti averaged 83 FPS with 1% lows of 61, meaning you should easily get a smooth 60 FPS experience. Compare that to the 5070, which was 34% better at 111 FPS average with 1% lows of 74. And now moving on to Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and the 5060 Ti managed an average of 74 FPS across the benchmark, but only with 45 FPS for the 1% lows. The 5070 improved on this by 31% with a 97 FPS average, but still, the 1% lows look a bit poor at only 58 FPS. This is likely a game optimization problem though, and not hardware, because the 1% lows on Cyberpunk weren't bad. So all in all, for the 28% higher MSRP of 549 for the 5070 versus 429 of the 5060 Ti, we saw around an average increase of 30% performance-wise. So if you had the choice between the two cards, I'd definitely go for the 5070. That being said though, if you're planning to move from console to PC gaming, or just want a reasonably affordable card that performs adequately at 1440p, then the 5060 Ti 16GB isn't absolutely terrible. I guess it just goes to show that for gaming, VRAM isn't the absolute be-all and end-all, especially if you're not playing at 4K or you don't have ray tracing turned on. But obviously moving forward, we would like to see at least 16GB on the higher end cards. If you enjoyed this video or if it helped you out, then hit the like button and make sure to drop a follow for loads more cool PC stuff.